we're bringing edge to the Reg J ranked ladder. And by that, I mean we're bringing Darkrai to the Reg J ranked ladder, which, I mean, you saw the thumbnail, you know it's Darkrai. But we are bringing Darkrai here to the ladder. We're going to try it out. We got Tera, Ghost, and Focus Sash on this thing, and we have a nasty plot set. I think Darkrai has a lot of potential. It's fast. It hits really hard when it can land a hit, because this thing is super glassy. That is one thing that it does have to be a little bit weary of. And I'll be completely honest, I forgot I had Tera Ghost on this thing. I thought it was Tera Poison, which that will come up later in the video. But anyways, we're going to try to make Darkrai work here. Normally, when you see Darkrai, you see Dark Void and Bad Dreams kind of just being a little bit of additional chip damage. But because Dark Void is just so bad now with the 50 accuracy, we're just going to say no, we don't have an ability for this game. But as far as the rest of the team here goes, I feel like we've got a really solid team here in case Darkrai struggles. We have Koraidon here with Tera Fire and Life Orb. We have Flare Blitz, Flame Charge, and Close Combat. Very standard stuff. We got the speed boost with Flame Charge. We got Close Combat and Flare Blitz to delete something while the sun is still active. We have Rillaboom here with Fake Out support, as well as an Assault Vest, Tera Fire. We have the high horsepower to hit some Miraidons for some super effective damage. We got Woodhammer to just hit anything for big damage. And then we have the Grassy Glide to take off the odd Kyogre that is trying to be brave enough to face the ladder. We have Ogerpon Heartflame, who also has Grassy Glide and Ivy Cudgel. And the nice thing here too about Ogerpon is Ogerpon gets an attack boost when she terastalizes, so you know what? It's going to be a good time there. We have Raging Bolt with Grassy Seed here. So Raging Bolt is going to benefit from Rillaboom just existing. It'll get a defense boost. And then basically the Fake Out support that Darkrai is going to appreciate is also going to help out Raging Bolt to get some Calm Minds off. We have Snarl, Thunderbolt, and Thunderclap. Now, Snarl and Calm Mind is a little bit of a weird combination, but I kind of vibe with it because I get incredibly bulkier on the specially defensive side, with Snarl lowering the target's special attack stat while Calm Mind raises our special defense and our special attack. And then we can just kind of rely on Thunderclap and Thunderbolt, and you know, opposing Raging Bolt don't love the Snarl either. So yeah, we have that. Plus we have Tera Fairy to get around the Dragon type weakness. And then we have Grimmsnarl here with some screen support. We have Reflect, Light Screen, we have Scary Face, and Spirit Break. Ogerpon, Rillaboom, Koraidon, Darkrai, they all appreciate things getting some speed lowered. So Grimmsnarl is going to be a nice little sleeper option to have in the back pocket right there. And before we jump into the battles, let's just have a quick word about today's partner. So take it away, me. Are you the type of person who enjoys spending plenty of time in the shower, or are you the type of person who enjoys assaulting humanity with your natural stench? Don't admit to that if you are. Regardless, though, listen up. Cheeky is currently in the middle of their Black Friday sale. From November 23rd until December 1st, all creator codes, including my very own code SHUCKO, are giving 20% off on your orders of Cheeky soap. And this is the time to elevate your shower game to the next level. Cheeky is a 4-ounce block of delight, an all-moisturizing, all-natural formula that will leave your skin feeling refreshed. I've been using Cheeky since September now, and I love the way how my skin feels while I'm in the shower. The soap lathers up quite easily, and it is just soothing to rub in to the skin. It is certainly a great time in the shower to have Cheeky right there with you. Or even at the end of the day, when you're coming home from work and you just want to relax, you can pull out Cheeky's 4-ounce block of delight and just enjoy their strong, powerful scents that will leave you feeling refreshed while also scrubbing away that natural odor, such as touch grass here. Honestly, Cheeky is a great product to have and a great way to elevate your shower game. So what are you waiting for? Head over to usecheeky.com using code SHUCKO to snag 20% off on your orders of soap while this Black Friday sale is lasting. And don't worry, maybe you're coming across this after the sale has ended. My code SHUCKO will still give 10% off at the end of the day. Remember, you're not a grimer, so don't smell like one. Thank you to Cheeky for partnering with me for today's video, and now let's dive in to the battles. Okay, we have Hatterene, Smeargle, Farigiraf, Fluttermane, Koraidon, and Terapagos. Okay, so interesting. Smeargle could be a little bit annoying. I don't really have to worry about too much of the... Well, I do have the Raging Bolt, so Raging Bolt doesn't really love that, but I was going to say, that Furry Graph might actually be a little bit of a problem. You know what? We're going to bring Darkrai. We're going to bring Ogerpon. If they lead Hatterene, great. Yeah, if they bring if they bring those two, great. You know what? I think we bring Raging Bolt just to have that Thunderbolt. And I think we bring the Koraidon. I think we do that. We'll leave Rillaboom on the bench, which means, unfortunately, Raging Bolt won't get a defense boost from the Grassy Seed. But, I mean, if Raging Bolt can get a Calm Mind or two up, it's going to be okay. So, let's see what we can do here. Smeargle and Furry Graph come out here, so that definitely screams Trick Room, which, you know what? Fine. I want to Ivy Cudgel. I want to Ivy Cudgel, and I want a Dark Pulse. Yeah, I want a Dark Pulse. I'll still Dark Pulse into the Furry Graph, though. And I'll Cudgel into the Smeargle. Okay, so it looks like they're going maybe a Spore into my Darkrai. Which, huh, okay. I guess I should have just doubled the Smeargle. Yeah. I guess I should have just doubled the Smeargle there. Unfortunately, Darkrai is gonna get a case of the Sleepies, but I mean, it is what it is. Ogerpon doesn't have to worry about... ooh, Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so there was no Trick Room there, but that did nothing to Darkrai. Okay. We'll just go for the Smeargle here. We'll just try to get rid of it. And then that way too, if Trick Room goes up, Trick Room goes up. We could... Baneful Bunker. Okay, that's a different one to see. Good thing, Wait, what? I think this is the turn they should have gone on the offensive there. Yeah, okay. It's a good thing Ivy Cudgel doesn't make contact. Alright, well, I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse into the Farigiraf, and if I can connect with the Farigiraf, awesome. Yeah, I think that's okay. I was really expecting a Trick Room to go up there, but I don't know, maybe because they have the Koraidon, but I mean, they have a Hatterene. Like, the Hatterene is something I do not want to see get Trick Room up. Darkrai is asleep again, which, you know what, fair enough. We'll get rid of the Smeargle. And Furrygraf's Dazzling Gleam didn't do a tremendous amount to Darkrai, so I mean, I might get to keep it for one more turn. Yeah, I get to keep it one more turn. I might wake up, and I might get to throw out a Sludge Bomb if they brought in Hatterene. Yeah, they might, if they do that, that might be okay. And if they... If they bring in something slower than Ogre... Ooh, Terapagos, okay. I'm going to throw a Sludge Bomb at it. See if I can break the Tera Shell. It won't be super effective or anything like that, but if I can potentially poison the Terapagos, that's nice. Darkrai wakes up, finally. Nice, okay. Tera Shell is going to resist the Sludge Bomb, but you know what? If we can get the poison, that would be great. We do not, but do we pick up the Farigiraf? We do. Nice, okay. I have Koraidon in the back. I can close combat into the Terapagos. Tera Starstorm is coming out here as a single target into Ogerpon. Okay. Fluttermane is coming in here, which, yeah, that's a wee bit scary for my Darkrai. Booster Energy, okay. Special attack, okay. So it's not Speed Booster, that's not bad. I'll throw a Dark Pulse into the... I'll throw a Dark Pulse into the Flutter Mane just in case. They might go for Ogerpon. They might also pop Tera. So, you know what? I don't mind Ogerpon sticking around for a turn. So, I think what I can do here is I can try to get Koraidon in, go Tera. Okay, speaking of Tera, we're getting that out of my opponent. That's probably the Terapagos. No, it's the Flutter Mane. Okay, great. Okay. Tera Fire, alright. Why? That's a question I do actually find myself kind of wondering. But you know what? Somehow Darkrai is faster than the Flutter Mane. The Dazzling Gleam is going to pick off Darkrai, unfortunately. But you know what? That's fine because my Koraidon is faster than my my Darkrai. There's Tera Starstorm into Ogerpon. Alright, you know what? I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. We're going to bring in our Life Orbed Koraidon here. We're going to click Tera Fire ourselves. We're going to close combat. Go Tera Fire. And the Fire type Ivy Cudgel is not going to do anything, but I mean, let's see something right quick. Ogerpon, how fast are you? 169. Darkrai, how fast are you? 194. Okay. There's a chance Ogerpon does not outspeed. But we're just going to click follow me. We're just going to click follow me here, just in case they have 2 single target moves. And then that way, too, just try to alleviate some of the burden. I mean, if they Dazzling Gleam and Ogerpon survives, then it can potentially pull away Tera Starstorm for Koraidon. We also have only seen Tera Starstorm off this Terapagos, so I don't know if it's spexed or not. Not that it matters, because we're just going to see the turtle go down. Turtle goes down here. We got Raging Bolt in the back. I have Thunderclap. I can do some decent damage to that Flutter Mane if I really wanted to. I should also be faster than that Flutter Mane. Ooh, Shadow Ball. Nice. Okay. Raging Bolt gets to come in here. Raging Bolt can Thunderclap. Koraidon can close combat. And that should wrap things up quite nicely right there. So, yeah, that should be okay. We got our Photosynthesis, so we have a special attack boost of our own. Because we know it's not Speed Booster, Flutter Mane, Koraidon doesn't have to worry too much about it. A Dazzling Gleam will hurt, but I mean, that's okay. Why? Why are you choosing this? Are you just trying to outlast the sun? Yeah, I think that... There's still 3 turns of sun! Why did you do that? Anyways. We'll get the Thunderclap off. That's almost a KO. And Koraidon's gonna outspeed, so... There we go. Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye, Flutter Mane. I think what I probably should have tried to do is I should have doubled the Smeargle right away. I was really expecting a Trick Room to go up, and if Trick Room didn't go up there, maybe what I could have gotten away with was Ivy Cudgel, Dark Walls, into Smeargle. Maybe I could have tried to get greedy, go for the Nasty Plot on Darkrai, and then go for Dark Pulse or Sludge Bomb there. I think that's probably what I could have done a little bit better with the Darkrai, but yeah. Anyways, good game to my opponent. Let's move on. Okay, we've got Kyogre, Calyrex, Shadow Rider. Alrighty, we got Farigiraf, Urshifu, Blood Moon, and Porygon Z. Okay. I am excited to try to make Darkrai work here. I am really excited for this. I think we go Ogerpon, Darkrai, Rillaboom, and I think Koraidon. I think we do that. I would love to get a nasty plot off, but if I can't, I mean, it is what it is. I can always switch out Darkrai, bring in Rillaboom, Tera, Ogerpon. I can always do that. I can always go for the Koraidon. We got Rapid Strike and Kyogre right here, right out of the gate. I don't mind that at all. I really do not mind that. Yeah, we can always try to get rid of the Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to switch in the Rillaboom. I think I'm going to switch in the Rillaboom, and I think, against my better judgment, I'm going to try to Tera Fire Grassy Glide to Kyogre, just to get a chunk of HP out of it. We'll leave Koraidon in the back for now. We have the Fake Out, so we can break a potential Sash on the Urshifu. We can go for Grassy Glide. I have a bad feeling a Surging Strikes or a Close Combat is coming my way, with either Surging Strikes going into my Ogerpon or my Rillaboom taking a Close Combat. Which, if Rillaboom takes a Close Combat, that's not bad. Regardless, Water Spout hurts. Especially in the rain, but we're just going to get rid of Kyogre. Nice. Okay. So... Nice. Okay, we got a Surging Strikes into Rillaboom. Not where I thought we were going with this, but I'll take that. Farigiraf didn't switch in there, so I mean we were able to get the that Kyogre, no problem. Calyrex comes in here. Okay. I don't love Astral Barrage. But what I do love is Grassy Glide. I do love a good old Woodhammer into that Urshifu slot though too. We'll also reduce the fire output on that Urshifu and bring in Koraidon. Koraidon is probably going to be eating some big damage, unfortunately, but I mean, I got Darkrai. Awesome! Okay, we switched in to the Surging Strikes for Ogerpon. Nice, okay, and because of the sun, that's great. I'm probably losing Rillaboom, though. No. I did not lose the Astral Barrage. I'm probably losing it here, though. But they lose their Urshifu. That's great. Okay. Do I bring in Ogerpon or do I bring in Darkrai? Koraidon is very low HP. Porygon Z is coming in here. I would love the Dark Pulse that Shadow Rider. Oh, they get a special attack boost. That's cute. Okay. I am sashed. And Darkrai, I'm pretty sure, is faster than... I am fairly certain that I am faster. But, you know what? They might Tera. We'll throw out the Dark Pulse. We'll protect Koraidon. Because while I still have Grassy Terrain up, and now I know they don't have... Now that I know they don't have Farigiraf, I mean, I might be okay. It would depend on how much chip I can get off into... Ooh, the tearing the Porygon. If this is Scarfed, this is going to be really bad for Darkrai, but if it's not Scarfed, we might be okay. Astral Barrage is going to come out. Darkrai will live this because of the Focus Sash. So Darkrai just needs to be able to hit a Dark Pulse. Darkrai takes that like a champ. Calyrex does not take it like a champ. There's Ice Beam into Darkrai. That's okay. That's okay. We can bring in Ogerpon. We have priority. And we should just be able to close combat that Porygon. Yeah, we should be able to just do that now. Because we have the grassy terrain. We can Grassy Glide. If I can get rid of Porygon too, awesome. Yeah, okay. How many turns of Grassy Terrain do we have? We have 2, so that gives us a little bit of insurance in case they protect this turn. Yeah, okay. They do not, so they just lose Calyrex to the Grassy Glide, and you can't have 2 Focus Sashes, so Koraidon shouldn't have any trouble here with that Porygon too. Nice. Okay, that was great. I definitely loved how Ogerpon took care of that. Yeah, we had a really good switch there with Koraidon in for Ogerpon. We had a really good switch with Rillaboom in for Darkrai. I wonder if it was Scarfed Urshifu. It might have been Scarfed Urshifu, or it might have been Bandit. I don't know. The sun definitely wasn't doing it any favors, and Rillaboom naturally resisted, so maybe it was okay. I might have to look into the calc after the fact, but anyways, very happy about that, how that played out. Good game to my opponent. Okay, ooh, this is spicy. We got Garganacl, we got Sandy Shocks, Mimikyu, Meowscarada, Volcarona, Baxcalibur. Love me that Baxcalibur. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do? I would love to try to get Darkrai in there and whatnot. I don't love the Salt Cure off of Garganacl. Yeah, okay. I think we bring Koraidon and... You know what? Ogerpon might be nice. Ogerpon might be nice for the Ivy Cudgel and the Grassy Glide stuff. Having a means of cracking through that Volcarona could be handy. Yeah. Having a little bit of redirection could be nice too. Alright. Will this finally be the nasty plot? Will we finally get the nasty plot off here? Alright. Sandy Shocks and Meowscarada. Okay. Okay. Booster on the Sandy Shocks. Okay. I'm going to nasty plot. I'm going to fake out into the Meowscarada. I just hope they don't, Electro at my Darkrai. No, they just Thunderbolt. Okay. Nasty Plot is active. Alright. Also good to know that the Sandy Shocks is faster than Darkrai. Because that did a lot of damage. We'll protect. We'll go for the Glide. We'll go for a Glide into that Sandy Shocks. Even better. Okay. Volcarona. Alright. That's gonna hurt Rillaboom. That's gonna hurt Rillaboom a lot. Yeah, please don't get burned, Rillaboom. Rocky Helmet. Okay. No burn. Alright. Flower Trick into Darkrai. Okay. Well, I think we go for the Sludge Bomb. You know what? I might live with Tera Point. I am Tera Ghost. Okay. I think this is a speed. No, Darkrai might be faster actually. Okay. Let's get Ogerpon in. Let's try to go for the Sludge Bomb. The booster energy speed boost on Sandy Shocks is throwing me off speed tier wise. Darkrai might actually be faster than Meowscarada. Except it doesn't matter because Meowscarada went for Protect. Oh no! Oh no! Huh. Darkrai lived. Darkrai lived. No, that is definitely Sucker Punch range. If I had to wager. Sludge Bomb, let's go. Terrifier. Ivy Cudgel. Fascinating, you're withdrawing. Who's coming in here? Oh, it's Sandy Shocks. Okay, great, great. I want to cudgel you. I want to cudgel you. Alright. Ogerpon getting an attack boost is going to be nice here. Also, I don't think that Volcarona is going to love the cudgel when it comes around. Yeah, I don't think it's going to love that. There's the Sucker Punch, yeah. Unfortunately, Darkrai goes down there, but you know what? I get my Rillaboom. I get my Koraidon. At least we got the nasty Plout off. What I should have did was I should have just went for Protect with Darkrai. I mean, it felt blatantly obvious, but I mean, if we take a KO with Ogerpon, we can always bring in Koraidon. We can always go for the Flame Charge. That Struggle Bug actually kind of scared me a little bit too, not gonna lie. Ooh, there's Mimikyu. Okay. All right. We're gonna Flame Charge. We're gonna Cudgel. Ooh, Sucker Punch actually kind of stung a little bit. But you know what? That's fine. Flame Charge is gonna break Mimikyu's disguise. We have the Sun. We have the Ivy Cudgel. We have the attack boost. I don't think Mimikyu is gonna appreciate this. I think we're A-okay here. Yeah. I think we're A1 right there. Volcarona is gonna come in here. Alright, we got Volcarona. I'm going to Flame Charge. I'm going to Cudgel. I'm going to split the damage. Oh, hey, we got Tera coming out now. Okay. It's the Volcarona. Alright. Tera Water. Suddenly, Rillaboom Grassy Gliding doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, suddenly they don't feel too bad here. Rage Powder. Okay, you know what? Fine. Meowscarada is going to get to live. But you know what? Ogerpon's got Spiky Shield. Ogerpon's going to do a lot of damage to this thing. Yeah. Ogerpon can do a lot of damage. And... Whew, okay. Ogerpon, well, like, Ogerpon did what she needed to do. She got a crit. Yeah, okay. That was for Darkrai. Alright. And we're going to Spiky Shield. We're going to Spiky Shield close combat. Battle's canceled. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Man, I just wanted to get my Darkrai to do something that battle. And unfortunately, it just ate a Sucker Punch. Yeah. Yeah. Should have protected there when I had the chance. But anyways, that worked out nice. Koraidon and Ogerpon cleaned up very, very nicely. We were able to click the nasty plot. We got it set off, but unfortunately, that's just sometimes what happens when you try to set up a really glassy Pokemon like Darkrai. That is a risk that is associated with that. But I mean, it is what it is. We do have screens on this team for that exact reason. But yeah. Anyways, good game to my opponent. Okay, we've got Kyogre, we've got Basculegion. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Ogerpon, Wellspring, Rillaboom, Orichalcum, and Tornadus. Okay. Darkrai. Yeah, I think Darkrai... Ooh, you know what? Darkrai Raging Bolt might be nice. I'm a little bit scared of the Orichalcum, but I have Koraidon. I think maybe we can do something like... you know what? I kind of want to go Darkrai Rillaboom for the fake out. Maybe I can try to get that nasty plot off. Raging Bolt looks really nice. What do we got on Grim? It's just the... Yeah, it's just my standard stuff. Okay. I kind of want to bring the Raging Bolt. I feel like Raging Bolt hasn't popped off yet. Between the actual practice games and the actual battles that made it into this. So let's see how maybe Raging Bolt will surprise me here. Okay, we got Kaio and Rilla. All right. I got my no, you know what? I got Sludge Bomb. I got a Sludge Bomb for that Rillaboom. Yeah, I do. Interesting, Grassy Seed. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna Sludge Bomb. We're gonna fake out into the Kaio. If they're not cloaked, great. Too bad they did that. All right, bit of a nothing burger of a turn, but I mean, hey. We can get a little bit of HP back into Darkrai. Try to get that sash back. I think we bring in Koraidon. And I think we go for a Wood Hammer. Yeah, I think we go for a Wood Hammer. They might Tera. Which, if they do, at least Wood Hammer does more damage. They might Tera and Water Spout. They might Tera and Ice Beam. No, they just go for the Water Spout. So, you know what? We're going to resist both of those. Yeah, we're going to hit. We're going to take that. No problem. We're going to get the Wood Hammer off. Nice. All right. And the nice thing here, too, is they haven't seen the Sludge Bomb on Darkrai yet for Rillaboom. So maybe what I do... Nice, they actually U-turn out with Rillaboom. I kind of want to switch out my own Rillaboom and bring in my Raging Bolt. They might have Tornadus. Ooh, Basculegion, okay. Do I still want to switch out Rillaboom? Kind of. I kind of want to do that. Orichalcum is coming in here. You know what? I'm not too terrified of that. What I'll do, I'll protect Koraidon. I'll bring in Raging Bolt. And then I can Thunderclap into the Basculegion, potentially. I can potentially close combat. I have a feeling they might Tera to dodge a super effective close combat. And then get a stamina boost. I have a sneaking suspicion that might be what happens. And honestly, Raging Bolt is just really nice into the Basculegion for the Thunderclap. I gotta watch out for the Rillaboom, though, in the back. But I do get a defense boost here. How awesome would it be if I can Sludge Bomb that Rillaboom, too? Alright, we do get Tera. Which is nice. It's gonna be Orichalcum, so like I thought. That said, it's Tera Steel. What? What? Okay. My friend, unless you are sturdy, you are not going to love this close combat. That's coming next turn. Aqua Jet into Koraidon. Alright, they probably thought Tera Fire was coming out. And Draco Meteor. Okay, okay, I see the sauce here. Yeah, okay. Close combat. Thunderclap. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how well we go from there. If there's sturdy Orichalcum, that could be a little bit gross. If I don't if I end up losing Koraidon to a Draco Meteor. Fascinating that Basculegion was able to take that. Not surprised about the Orichalcum, but you know what? That's fascinating because, I mean, I know I am a calm mindset, so maybe it's just a question of whether or not my Raging Bolt has enough special attack investment into it. Less respects is going to hurt. Ooh, it's Life Orb. Good to know. All right. I think this might be a good time to try to get my Darkrai back in. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go for a Calm Mind, just in case. I'm going to go for a Calm Mind just to try to get a special attack boost up. And then that way, too, Thunderclap will hurt. Thunderbolt will hurt. They go for Fake Out into Raging Bolt. Nice. Koraidon going for Protect probably was the obvious play. But you know what? You know what else is obvious? Flarebutt's Thunderclap. All right. You know what? Darkrai's not going to do anything, but that's okay. Grassy terrain is gone. Nice. So, you know what? We're going to Flare Blitz. We're going to Thunderclap. We still have the Sun, so that should be okay. Yeah. I don't mind getting this big damage off into Rillaboom. If they Aqua Jet, they're going to get around it that way, but that does nothing. And their Rillaboom's not going to love this. Yeah, so they get around my Thunderclap that way. But you know what? That's fine. I'll get the Flare Blitz off. This should be... Yeah, that's more than enough. I think what I do is I think I just click Thunderbolt and switch in Darkrai just in case. Sunlight is gone. That's fine. We'll switch in Darkrai. We'll Thunderbolt. And battle's canceled, so you know what? That's fine. Flare Blitz was more than enough to take out that Rillaboom, and yeah, the Basket Legion, it's only a matter of time before the Life Orb takes it. So, yeah, that worked out nice. Raging Bolt got to pop off. Unfortunately, Darkrai didn't, but you know what? Darkrai was there. Darkrai showed up. Darkrai brought the aura. Yeah, Darkrai's got that edge to it. But, yeah, anyways. Great Koraidon team! I am overtired. But anyways, good game to my opponent. Hey, thank you guys so much for checking out this Darkrai and Koraidon team in action. We got to see the team pop off and do some pretty good stuff amongst the 4 games here. We got to see Koraidon come in, threaten a Terapagos, nail it with a close combat. We got to snipe a Kyogre with Ogerpon by going Tera Fire, getting that attack boost on our Heartflame form, and having Rillaboom switch in for Darkrai, enable the grassy terrain, and then Ogerpon just sniped that Kyogre right there, sent it straight to the Shadow Realm, and then with Ogerpon running away into Koraidon, getting the rain off the field and the sun up, Koraidon was able to eat that Surging Strikes off the Urshifu like nobody's business, and Rillaboom just punished it with a Wood Hammer. And Darkrai brought the aura by hitting the Calyrex Shadow Rider in that game with a 4-time super effective Dark Pulse. Now, unfortunately, though, that's kind of the highlight of what Darkrai was able to do today. Darkrai itself kind of struggled a little bit, and honestly, a good portion of that is my fault. It was certainly piloting errors. I could have navigated some games better. We did get a Spore off into Darkrai in one game. We did get our Nasty Plot off, but unfortunately, we just took a little bit too much damage that put us into Sucker Punch range, which I could have went for Protect just to try to avoid the Sucker Punch. I could have had some redirection support. So yeah, honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed that Darkrai didn't get to pop off, but the team was very forgiving at the end of the day, and that's kind of what I had in mind when I built it, because Rillaboom, Ogerpon, Koraidon, Raging Bolt, they're all very strong offensive options right there. So just in case Darkrai was a little bit lacking, because the Reg J power scale is a little bit all over the place, I kind of figured, you know what, let's have a little bit of insurance right there. Maybe what I could have done a little bit better was maybe have Amoonguss in so that we had Spore and Rage Powder, and then that way we still could have played towards the Nasty Plot, have Bad Dreams kick in, and then that way actually have an ability kind of working in our favor. So maybe that's probably what I could have done a little bit better, but I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Give me some team building advice if you feel generous enough to share it. And yeah, basically, Just let me know what you think as far as Darkrai goes down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. And thank you once again to Cheeky for partnering with me for today's video. Don't forget, use code Shaco to snag yourself some of Cheeky's wonderful soap for 20% off while their Black Friday sale is going on until December 1st. And don't worry, if you're catching this video after the 1st and the sale is done, my code Shaco will still give 10% off on their soap. So certainly check out Cheeky over at usecheeky.com/Shaco to get some soap and elevate your shower game. Anyways, catch you next time.